Regardless of some of those little confessions from John, he's a 4-time world champion, needs to prove nothing in the game here, and he has a 2-1 advantage in this.
Mid-session interval after this frame. Mathew would be delighted to level it. Not the best break-off. Left a chance of a pot here for John. Well, he got it too thick, and he's a little bit fortunate. The blue has come to the rescue of one of the reds that could have been available.
It wasn't far off being a great pot. Judging by the pace he played it at and the angle, he was totally committing to the shot by playing short of the ball colours. Mathew's obviously going to go for a pot. He's just got a couple of choices, and this one to the right of the table looks one. Try and get correct side of the blue.
Foul. John Higgins, 4.
Mathew calling a foul on himself. That's what we expect in the game. So he must have just caught the brown. Couldn't see it myself, but as a player you can feel it.
One.
Not exactly as he played it,
6.
but actually it's worked out very nicely. I assume that the black hasn't been moved off its spot. John has to make sure that it hasn't, because he wants to know exactly where the black spot's afterwards.
Yeah. 40.
Yes, it's okay. The red will pass the black, and of course open up black. Mathew, well, he took on the long red. He was only a fraction out, but this game's all about fraction.
15.
And John Higgins has looked very capable, once he gets in and around the black spot area, of clinching the frame in one visit.
Yes, whether he can win in this visit is in the lap of
22.
a shot where he pops back and goes into the pack of reds.
23.
And it's a fairly tough pack to go into to guarantee a result. Of the black anyway. Is there another way of opening the reds up?
30. 31.
Well, I'm not certain where the pink's going to go. I assume it's not going to go on its own spot. So he's quite comfortably getting on the red. And maybe he can just leave a slight angle to pot the red and nudge off the side of the cluster.
Second one, please.
probably play this with a bit of power. Might have to use the rest on, yeah. Sort of hard shot with a bit of follow through and try
37.
and loosen the reds up. Keep on the black.
That was the danger with that shot, though.
38.
If you caught the reds too thick, you wouldn't drift by them. And that's what he's done. And unless he takes on a very risky blue, let's end a break.
Green ball. John Higgins, 38.
Not perfect with the green, but good enough. Of course, when you're putting a bulk colour safe, it's always worth taking into consideration which hand your opponent plays with. So for a right-handed player, put the green safe on that side of the table.
Well, this is a pretty good safety. He couldn't have done much better. What do you do with Ronnie O'Sullivan then, Steve?
That's another story when somebody's as good as Ronnie at both hands. Just try and make sure you get everything safe.
Well, look in, he can just get to this red. I didn't realise he could get past the blue. He can set this red in. He has done now. Doesn't want a bad kiss on the yellow. No, it couldn't have been any worse, really.
Don't think he'll move the yellow now. He'll probably try and get the brown safe. Past the middle pocket, perhaps.
Brown.
Don't think he'll go for the pot. Can't see it myself.
Or can he run through and get that cue ball behind? That's
John
all right,
Higgins.
really. He had the shot. I mean, OK, sometimes he can't play that because the brown would have gone in the middle, but he's played it perfectly. Big favourite for this frame now.
Mathew's looking at a, well, desperation he's looking at, really. Is he looking at two cushion, two plant into the middle pocket? What a great shot this would be. Yeah. He's trying it.
Hold on to your hats. Set the video. Oh, great effort. Great effort. Unfortunately, he's left it. And a nice, easy frame-winning opportunity, but you couldn't have got much closer, Mathew. Great try.
1.
But now, this fourth frame, the one before the mid-session interval, at the mercy of the world champion.
Yes, and when Ken was asking us earlier in the commentary box, we mentioned the fact that this venue may suit John Higgins more so than the big Wembley Arena or the big conference centre. It's intimate, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is. There was quite a distance for the players walking from the seats to the table. And of course the crowd are a little bit further back. And yeah, I always remember the beat Ronnie O'Sullivan in the final, one of the great matches of any tournament, never mind the Masters, and what a clearance he made there to beat
30.
Ronnie. So he did produce some great stuff at Wembley.
And also, it would be unthinkable if John Higgins didn't go through the whole of this season
70.
without winning something.
Well, yes, absolutely, because his all-round game, as you alluded to before the start of the match, is second.
Pink.
Of course, I suppose it depends from a Scottish perspective. I mean, Stephen Hendry had such a record in the
24.
Masters. Maybe he's comparing what Stephen did and what he should be doing. I mean, Stephen was practically unbeatable here.
25.
Oh, there, yeah, here, yeah, we're at the Alexander Palace, aren't we?
Well,
33.
John Higgins has had the majority of the table time, but it must be said that he's looking pretty decent on the shot. Nice rhythm, as I said in the first frame.
40.
Any pre-match nerves are now gone. And that's the end of that
40 in
frame.
John
3-1 at the interval. John Higgins will be very pleased with his morning's work.
So John Higgins strides back to the dressing room, 3-1 in front. Stephen, for your money, what's been the difference between the two men so far?
I think generally in the 4 frames, John's had the upper hand in the safety exchanges. His safety's been more clinical. He's found the tricky spots. In the last frame there, he played a great shot to snooker Mathew behind the green. Mathew went to try a sort of a plant off 2 cushions, which didn't work out. So, but generally,